It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
Nothing on us? How hard can it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah.
This is the weekday wake up on SVI.
Your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then?
Just a few things to sign, will be on your way.
Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters?
If you could just sign here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good. And so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry.
That's right, Cole and Marty, you've got nothing on us.
We're gonna get people to give us money, and it's gonna be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Rock Springs High School, home of the Tigers, where the Star Valley Braves are in town tonight. This is live coverage of Star Valley basketball on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson here with you. The Star Valley Braves coming into this game off a frustrating outing last night against Kelly Walsh. Dal, I'm sure Star Valley coming into this one trying to figure out what happened last night and not let that happen again today.
Well, and you know, I guess the other half of that coin is you got to give some credit to Kelly Walsh. I saw that they thumped Jackson today by 18 points. So it's, you know, and I was going to give Coach Roden a lot of credit in that game last night. I didn't get around to it, but obviously he knows what he's doing. And so maybe the Trojans are turning a bit of a corner. But I think when you say frustrating for the Braves, it's because we've seen what they're capable of doing, and we've seen them go on rolls where they've been dominant against really good teams. And then we've seen them just not play up to par. And last night was one of those examples. Again, not to take anything away from the Trojans, but more frustration for the people over the last 12 hours waiting for this one. But I'll tell you what, Duke, they've got a tough matchup in front of them here with Rock Springs. They looked really good last night. They thumped the Jackson Bronx as well. And they're going to be some trouble, especially here on this court.
Rock Springs not only beating Jackson last night 56-38, so that was a thumping. They thumped Kelly Walsh the night before that 66-48. So they're coming off of 2 blowout wins against a couple really good teams, and now they host the Star Valley Braves today, and this is a big game for both these squads. It's all part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. You're home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. Now let's take a look at what's happening in other Star Valley athletics with the Crimson Corner.
Well, earlier this week, the Braves defeating Evanston in senior night on the wrestling mat, 42-33. The Lady Braves splitting 4 matches with Evanston on the mat. Indoor track is at Holt Arena at Idaho State. The Lady Braves picking up a big win last night over Kelly Walsh, 60-38, and then winning here today over Rock Springs also by double figures as they take care of business to the tune of 48-35. Also, the Braves losing to Kelly Walsh last night, 63-59. The JV boys coming out victorious here early today in Rock Springs. We'll see if the varsity can follow suit. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Under 7 minutes to go before we get underway in Rock Springs tonight. Here's the roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Well, we already talked about the Rock Springs score from last night. Sheridan rolling over South. Thunder Basin and Cheyenne Central had a good one, a 4-point contest with a slight upset based on the wildpreps.com coaches and media poll rankings. Number 2 Riverton winning by 11 over Green River. Cheyenne East with a 5-point win over Campbell County. And there you can see some of the other scores from our footprint schools. Cameron with a big win over Wyoming Indian, as well as Cokeville. You look at some of the matchups today. Number 3 Sheridan at Laramie, Campbell County at Central. Jackson has already lost to Kelly Walsh. We just saw that score. Natrona County at South. Thunder Basin at East should be a mighty good contest. Evanston is up in Fremont County at Riverton. Green River at Cody. Got the Braves here. St. Stephen's at Kemmer, and the number 1 Saratoga at number 3 Cokeville. So a big matchup in the 1A boys class. That's a look at your roundup, brought to you by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. A 2-minute break here, then we'll focus more on this game. It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off with Star Valley in Rock Springs. Boys varsity game on the way, live on the SVI Sports Network.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit sbfunzone.com for reservations.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Visit gofirstbank.com, your home for totally free checking. Star Valley in Rock Springs for live coverage of Star Valley basketball. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson here today, and the Rock Springs Tigers hoping to pick up another big win to make it 3 in a row for them against the visiting Star Valley Braves. Let's recap this rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Again, these numbers are since 1951. That is just as far back as I've gone, but I'll tell you what, the numbers do kind of tell the story here. Overall, Rock Springs leading the series in that time 40-39. Here in Rock Springs, the Tigers with a more favorable advantage, 23-11. The Braves have won 4 straight in this series. But Duke, you look at that, 40-39 overall in this series. 2 of the last 3 games between these two programs have come down to 2 points. So I think it's going to be a close one today, just based on the history and a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon.
Bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Of course, the Braves, they're thinking win on the road on a Saturday. What do they do with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game?
Well, key number 1, Duke, I think the big reason they lost to Kelly Walsh last night was they had too many defensive lapses. I'm looking for a more disciplined defense today. They cannot give up so many easy points like they did to the Trojans last night. They need to play to their potential. We've been talking about this basically since the new calendar year. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. When this Braves team plays to their potential, I think they can beat anyone in the state. I really do believe that. We'll see what they get today. I think 4 in double figures would be a good goal for them today. If they get that, I would think they would win. And they need to limit their turnovers. Way too many turnovers last night against Kelly Walsh, and the Trojans feasted on that, turned them into points, and that's part of the reasons they came away with that win. And that's a look, at least some keys from me for the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton to the keys to the game.
Legend driven. Visit RockyMountainYeti.group. That is RockyMountainYeti.group as we put the wraps on your first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Star Valley coming into the weekend 9-8 overall, 2-1 inside the 4A Southwest, averaging 60.6 points per game and averaging 53.9 allowed on defense. On the flip side, the Rock Springs Tigers, they're sitting at 10-7 overall, also 2-1 inside the Northwest of the 4A class, with an average of 55.3 points per game coming into the weekend. On offense, defensively allowing an average of 53.6 points per game. That's it for our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Let's make your building dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Tigers, of course, are going to be in their home whites with the Braves in their road crimsons and the white and gold trim. Doesn't look like we will have a national anthem. Nope, we will. We'll send it down to the floor for the national anthem. Made possible in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's meet today's starters with the help of Peefler's Mountain Star. Peefler's Mountain Star, located on Rocky Road on the north end of Afton.
Croy Jenkins, son of Aaron and Cassie Jenkins. I'm a senior, and Osmond.
Ridge Nild, son of Chance and Jackie Nild, senior, Afton.
Luke Linford, son of Jason and Robin Linford, Afton, senior.
Jacob Hodges, son of Boone and Laura Hodges, senior, Bedford.
Todd McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure, I'm a senior, and I live in Smoot.
PJ Horsley, son of Jason and Stacy, junior, Afton.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna, I'm a junior, Smoot, Wyoming.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, junior, Osmond, Wyoming.
Max Jensen, son of Deanna and Wade Jensen, junior,
Afton.
My name is Simon Gaskell, son of David and Amy Gaskell. I'm a junior, Fairview, Wyoming.
Varsity lineup for Star Valley, and the starting five already announced.
Starting for the Braves, pretty typical starting five. Most of the season they've gone with this lineup of Jenkins, Linford, McClure, Horsley, and Hodges.
It is going to be Jenkins going up against Thomas of Rock Springs for the opening tip. Jenkins will win it, and we are underway at Rock Springs. Quickly to Hodges, and missed the layup, but got his own rebound. Shot fake, pump, and fouled on the way back up. 2 shots for Jacob as he goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Jacob had just a monster game last night, statistically 27 points, 10 rebounds, and he's going right to the hoop here on the opening possession.
Stops the clock just 10 seconds into the game, hits the first free throw to make it 1-0, Star Valley on top early.
Also just wanted to point out the coaching staff for the Braves. Mitch Schwab, head coach, assisted by Ballard Johnson, Shane Williams, and Ben Hale in the program.
Second free throw up and good. Jacob gets them both to make it 2-0. Star Valley on top. Rock Springs Tigers have David DeBoer coming across the half-court line. He's picked up by Jenkins in the front court, passes around to the left side to Anderson. Cale Anderson, a couple dribbles, picks it up, goes free throw line to Butcher. He loses the ball, picks it up, fights for it, still has possession, and clears it back out to Anderson. Sets a screen as he hands off to his teammate around the edge is DeBoer.
He's got some quickness, does DeBoer.
Rock Springs still have it up top to Anderson. 7:20 to play in the first period. Here's Butcher. Works it down to the baseline. DeBoer drives, kicks out. No three, back to DeBoer. Triple in the corner, fade away. Off the inside rim, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Hodges. Tigers come up empty, still 2-0 Braves. Quickly down the floor, ball tipped, loose, but picked up by Linford. Star Valley still has it. Horsley now over to Linford. 7 minutes to go in the first period. Linford drives to the rim, lays it up. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Rock Springs. Bounce pass in transition. Out to Anderson. Sets up, fakes a three, drives, pulls up the 2-jumper. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound put back, no, but a foul. That's going to put Rock Springs to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Trenton Butcher will take 2 shots.
Taft McClure will pick up his first.
Clock is stopped at 6 minutes, 46 seconds as the free throw is away and good.
Butcher on the season, 46% from the free throw line. We saw it in the girls' game, though. Rock Springs, doesn't matter what your team percentage is if you just have a good day. And a good start here for Butcher. He hits the first one.
Hits the second as well. Teams are tied on 2 free throws apiece. 2-2, 6:44 to go in the first period. Horsley takes it across the half-court line, works over to Taft McClure. He'll hold it on the left side wing, jab right, defense stays with him, bullies his way down to the rim, shot is too strong, no good. Rebounded by Dalton Thomas of the Tigers. Rock Springs attacks the other end. Nobody picks up Anderson, threes away, inside cylinder, no good. And there will be a foul on Thomas of Rock Springs as Linford went up for the rebound.
First personal on Dalton Thomas, first team foul.
6:20 to go in the first period. Still 2 points apiece. No field goals, all points on the line. Jenkins flicks to Hodges, to Linford. Looks inside, but Horsley's covered, so he drives in, double team back to Horsley. Hops, shot, no good again, but the ball tipped out to Jenkins and out of bounds. Croy couldn't get to it, and it goes back to the Tigers.
The Braves haven't made any of those yet. They did get 2 points at the free throw line on a called foul against Hodges. But they have been, all 4 of their shots, Duke, right to the rim.
DeBoer comes across the half-court line, feeds to Thomas. Takes the 3, no good. And McClure is fouled from behind as he had position for the rebound. Tigers taking some outside shots. They haven't connected yet.
Well, as a team, the Tigers shoot 24% from the three-point line, which honestly isn't that great for a boys team, but you got to watch out for David DeBoer. He has made almost 30 of them coming into this weekend.
Jenkins tries to lob to Hodges, but it's tipped back to Croy. He fades away on the baseline, off the tip, and in for 2.
Boy, Croy does have a pretty little jump shot.
4-2, Star Valley back on top. DeBoer, fancy dribbling, goes corner, pass to Anderson, dumps it down to Dalton, shot off the square and in. Dalton Thomas Ties it back at 4.
Braves a little slow getting there, and Thomas had great position. He's able to put it up off the glass.
5:20 to go in the first period. Linford drives baseline, dumps it off to McClure all alone.
Oh,
Missed the layup, tipped it to him. Shot fake, goes up, and that one drops in for 2.
Maybe it's that side of the gym. I don't know. But Taft persists, gets the rebound and the putback.
There's going to be a foul in the front court called on Linford. He hit the deck, but they'll say block call on him. It's 6-4, Star Valley on top. Rock Springs basketball.
First personal on Luke, second team foul. 5:06 to go in the first.
Inbound left side corner to Butcher. He goes back up top to Anderson. Works it to Newman. Newman will hold and finds Anderson on the left side wing. Star Valley holds in their man-to-man defense. Pass to the elbow. Turn, spin, back outside. Anderson holds, looks down to the corner. DeBoer under the rim, tries to feed it to the post, does. Thomas turns, and he's fouled hard by Jake Hodges, and that's going to put Dalton Thomas to the free throw line.
And Jake came over there, but you saw him go all the way past up straight and right into the body of Thomas. He didn't have to do that. I think Thomas would have had a heck of a hard time shooting that and getting it to go in. Instead, you send him to the line.
Cooper Lancaster subs in for Croy Jenkins. 4:45 to play in the first. The free throw's good. Makes it 6-5. One more to come for Thomas.
Now it's first personal on Jacob, by the way. 13 foul.
Thomas misses the second. McClure has another rebound. Lancaster will take it across the half-court line for the Braves with a 1-point lead. 4:38 to play in the opening period in Rock Springs. Star Valley goes corner to Linford. He slips, keeps his dribble alive, picks it up, loses the ball, and still dribbles away. Has it in the front court circle.
Credit to Luke. That easily could have been a turnover.
McClure fakes a 3, passes to Hodges. Fakes a shot, drives, goes to the rim, lays it up. Offensive charge. There to draw the charge was David DeBoer, and it's Rock Springs basketball.
And that's 2 right now on Jacob Hodges, so he'll have a seat. Tayson Johnson will come in. Tayson hasn't played as much varsity as we saw in the first month or so. He's in line to get some serious minutes here in his first half, and he's up to it. He's a good-looking sophomore.
DeBoer dribbles behind his back in the front court, picked up by Lancaster. Bad pass stolen by Johnson. Has numbers with him and goes down to Cooper, but stolen by DeBoer. It was 3-on-1, and DeBoer comes up with a steal, lobs it to the right side baseline. Newman under the rim, reverses, no good. Fight for the rebound, loose. Newman has it. Spins, kick out, 3-ball away. DeBoer, no good. Dan McClure will tip the rebound to himself. Tigers come up empty again. Wow, Braves had 3-on-1, and DeBoer steals it away. Horsley works to McClure, has it on the left side wing, back up top and around the arc. Finds Luke Linford on the right side. Horsley on the post, tries to bang his way in, and he's fouled on the floor with 3:37 to go in the first.
Yeah, they're pushing right into Taft's back there, so glad to see that call. Third team foul on the Tigers. That's the first personal on David DeBoer.
Horsley lobs to McClure, catch and shoot in the paint, and it drops in. Just elevated up high to get it, shot it in the air. Now pressure in the backcourt on the inbound by Horsley. Rock Springs breaks it, works it to the right side. Dribble drive from Anderson. Loose ball in the lane, and a foul will be called by the backside official with 3:23 remaining in the first. Braves up 8-5.
Luke Linford whistled for his second. So Hodges and Linford already with 2 apiece. He'll come out. Corey Jenkins checks back in along with Ridge Neild.
DeBoer triggers in, baseline, left post, wide open was Dalton Thomas for an easy layup to make it a 1-point game.
And I don't know if that was a miscommunication on the substitution, but Thomas was wide open.
Lancaster, the jumper on the free throw line, no good, and a foul on the floor against Rock Springs after the shot. Stops the clock at 3:10. Both teams picking up quite a few fouls here, both with 5 with 3:10 to go in the first.
That one on Trenton Butcher, his first.
Still a 1-point Star Valley lead in Rock Springs. Horsley works it around to Lancaster on the inbound. Back to Horsley. Tests the baseline. Can't get there. Back to Lancaster. Deep on the left wing. Clock hits 3 minutes to go in the game. Neild passes to Horsley. Tests the angle. Double team. Kick out to Cooper. Drives blocked at the rim. Ricocheted into the hand of DeBoer. Drives and lays it in on the finger roll on the other end. Tigers lead by 1.
That one's set up by the block from Dalton Thomas.
Cooper Lancaster up top to Johnson. And he travels on the perimeter, turns it over. 2:38 to play in the first, and some Tigers momentum building as McClure checks back in.
Tayson will have a seat. He's a little frustrated with that possession. Taft has had a good start, Duke. He's back in, 4 points, 4 rebounds in this first quarter thus far.
Pressure on the inbound, able to find backcourt to Stauffer. Joey dribbles to the right side wing, double teamed on the perimeter, kicks it over to the right side, corner ball tipped and kicked by Croy.
And I'm pretty sure Joey Stauffer, that is David Stauffer's boy. David, of course, a former Star Valley Brave himself.
That kick call comes with 2:27 to play in the first. Officials will converge. And it looks like Max Jensen is subbed in the game, but they have an issue with maybe his number or jersey. He's got to go switch a jersey or something they don't like. Max Jensen's got to go to the locker room and switch something with his uniform.
What if he has blood on it or something like that?
So Max gets the varsity time and then does not. Stauffer to the rim and blocked by Jenkins. Gets the ball off his own block in transition to Neal behind the rim, though, and couldn't score. Then a foul on the rebound. Braves had a chance in transition, couldn't convert, and the ball's going back to the Tigers.
Ridge was just too far under the backboard to really make this work. But that was a leather sandwich there from Croy Jenkins, who then leads the break. And you see Ridge there just finds himself a bit out of position to make that shot.
Still a 1 point Rock Springs lead.
You know what it is? He had an undershirt on, and they didn't like that, so they made him take it off. Max Jensen.
So Jensen does sub in here. It's Rock Springs basketball. Work it to Newman, who bounces to the right side with 2:06 to play in the first. Stauffer for three, no good. Rebounded by Taft McClure.
That's already 5 boards for Taft.
And a lot of missed threes. Ridge Nil, 3 on the other end. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Croy, and he's fouled on the rebound. David DeBoer picks up the whistle. The last foul to give for the Tigers. That's their 6th. Star Valley also with 6.
I was going to say, there may be a bunch of free throws or there may be none. You never quite know what's going to happen.
Jensen will inbound for Star Valley. Goes to Lancaster. Up and around the arc. Lancaster now just above the left corner. Minute 47 to go in the first period. Braves still down by 1, 9-8. Here's Jenkins on the right corner.
Well, this is not a lineup we've seen this year.
No. You got McClure, Jenkins, Neal, Lancaster, and Max Jensen. Jenkins on the right. Back outside into the corner. Lancaster, 3-ball. Good. A Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple for the freshman. Coop for 3.
And that was the spot. He won the game winner against Cody last weekend in the corner.
Another lead change. Now Star Valley up by 2, 11-9. Pass down low and a foul as they get the ball to Joey Stauffer, and Neal comes up and contacts.
First personal on Ridge Neal, but as you mentioned, Duke, we're now in the bonus. So Joey Stauffer will go to the line. Joey on the season, 76% from the free throw line. So tell you what, in a game like this, he might be a real weapon because don't know how many free throws you're going to get when both teams are already in the bonus with 1:13 left in the quarter.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebounded by Taft McClure, who takes a shot to the head, and the foul is called, but he took an elbow, and he felt that one. He's walking it off, but you could tell by his reaction that was not a very pleasant experience.
Well, tell you what, you look at the Wyoming Cowboys last week, Noah Reynolds got hit in the head on a screen, and it put him out for the rest of the year. Had a concussion, and he re-aggravated some symptoms that he had this summer. And it's a serious deal, so we'll keep an eye on Taft.
He looks like he's just fine. He just walks down the floor. He'll take the free throw and misses it off the backboard. And a foul on the rebound against Croy Jenkins. So now we go back to the other end, and Rock Springs will get a 1-and-1. Clock is stopped at 1 minute, 11 seconds to go. Star Valley up 11-9 in Rock Springs.
And I do not have this young man on my roster, number 35 for Rock Springs.
Neither do I. Free throw is good. Makes it 11-10 with a minute 11 to go in the first. Both teams already in the single bonus. 7 fouls for the Tigers, 8 for Star Valley. Second free throw is good. Ties the game at 11. Horsley across the half-court line for the Braves. Hesitates right, comes to his left, loses the ball, picked up by the Tigers. Rock Springs on the run. In transition to the rim, no good. Rebounded again by Taft McClure, and he's fouled on the rebound. Joey Stauffer got tied up with Taft, and Boy, right now, McClure is just eating rebounds for dinner.
Yeah, he's like a vacuum right there. He's got 7 in this first quarter. And I like the defense right there going to the hoop. I didn't see if I thought it was Luke Linford, but he's not out there. So someone with a 3 on their jersey made that one a little harder without fouling. And so nice job, whoever that was.
Free throw is good for Taft on the front end. Give him another. Back into the game is Javon Newman for Rock Springs. Stauffer will sit. 12-11, Star Valley on top, 54.9 seconds remaining in the first.
Well, Taft now with 5 points and 7 rebounds. That screen is not correct.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded to Rock Springs. Tiger basketball down by 1. 50 seconds remain in the first period. Patterson dribbles to his left, goes to the rim and lays it up and in. A quick move from Owen Patterson of the Tigers. Another lead change. Now it's Rock Springs up by 1. Back and forth we go in the first period of play. Star Valley trailing with the ball, 13-12. 30 seconds to work with in the first period. Horsley passes to Lancaster. He'll hold it back to Horsley. No dribble shot. Layup down the middle of the lane. And a nice play for PJ for 2.
That was well done, and the offense coming alive there on a set play.
Tough pressure in the half court. Triple team on the ball. It's loose, and a jump ball call will be whistled with 7.7 seconds to go.
Cooper Lancaster down on the court to force that.
Ridge Neal back in the game. He subs out Max Jensen.
He'll stay with the Tigers, but Cooper flips the arrow.
Inbounding in the front court. 7 seconds. Back door. Stauffer to the rim. Good with the foul. It's actually Owen Patterson to the rim. Good with the foul with just 5 seconds remaining. Lead back to the Tigers with the and 1 to come.
They're going to get Ridge Nealed for the foul. It's too bad, though, because Taft McClure was back there. I think he would have swatted that thing.
Here's the free throw, and Neal just barely subbed in. No good, but another Taft McClure rebound. Horsley with 3 seconds at half court. 2 seconds. Gets to the three line and then has the ball stripped away. And that takes us to the end of the period with the Tigers on top in an entertaining first period so far. Rock Springs leads Star Valley 15-14 on SVI.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley basketball to start the second period. Tristan Hilton comes in off the bench with Star Valley on offense. McClure kicks out to Lancaster. He drives to the free throw line, out to Hilton, holds it on the left side wing. Back to Cooper. 15 seconds into the second period. Braves down by 1 point, 15-14.
Coach Schwab has been going to his bench a lot here early on in this game. A lot of guys have been in the ballgame.
Horsley drives to the free throw line, has the ball poked away, picks it up and out to Lancaster. Works it into the corner to Taft McClure. Lobs down to Hilton. Drives in, goes up, fouled, and 2 shots for Tristan Hilton to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Good for Tristan. We saw him last weekend. He came in off the bench and made an impact, scored a couple baskets, drew an offensive charge, did some good things. This time he gets to the free throw line. The foul is going against Noah Widener, his first.
Free throw is good, ties the game at 15 points apiece with 7:27 to play in the second. Another free throw for Tristan. Got them both. That one rolled the inside rim and drops. Pressure in the backcourt by Lancaster. Anderson able to break it. Offensive attack on the other end by Rock Springs. Shut down and back outside go the Tigers. Working around the perimeter with 7:17 to go in the second period. Up top is Newman. Wants to make a move. Horsley stays with him. Passes to the right to Anderson on the wing. Hilton on him defensively. Pivoting, and passing up top to Butcher. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Rock Springs works the outside, trailing by 1. Down low to the post. Great defense. Forces the ball back out. Now a dribble into the lane. Finger roll, drops down and in for Javon Newman.
It's a tough shot for Newman. All you can do is force your guy into a really tough shot. They did just that. Javon Newman makes it anyway.
Another lead change, this time to favor Rock Springs, up 17-16. Cooper finds a seam, drives, offensive charge. Looked like he wanted to drive in, saw it was closed, passed it out, but not until he ran over a defender.
Cooper picks up his first, I believe.
He'll sub out.
His second.
He'll sub out, and Johnson subs in.
And that's double bonus, but of course it's an offensive foul, so no free throws.
17-16 Tigers on top. And we've got a Tiger to the bench with maybe a bloody elbow. He's getting some attention. That's Butcher.
He did hit pretty hard if that's the guy who drew the charge.
Oh, he just got
hey,
a bloody
nice
nose
for him. He went and raided the wrestling room and just got himself a nose plug, stuffed it up in there, and says, I'm good to go, coach.
So we're rolling. He stays in the game. He gets the inbound play deep in the backcourt. Star Valley pressuring. Rock Springs breaks it. Stauffer tries the angle. Horsley shuts him down. Kicks it back outside to Newman. Tigers by 1 with the ball. Newman in the corner baseline. Spins, comes up center court. Hilton stays with him. He picks up the dribble, bounces to Stauffer, tries the post, hop, shot, and good. 19-16 now, Tigers with the lead.
Those last 2 buckets for the Tigers have been contested. They've been tough, and they've just gotten them to go.
Horsley across mid-floor. He's picked up by Newman, flicks to Hilton, goes down to McClure on the post. He backs down the defense and goes up for 2. A stop for one of the charge, but they say nothing. And now a timeout taken by Coach Rosette of Rock Springs. We'll take it as well. Tigers by 1, 5:58 to go in the second, 19-18. We'll take the 30-second break on SVI.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge, nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube. They repair it all and make it purr.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball. Live on SVI Media and Swift 98. All part of the SVI Sports Network.
Jacob Hodges re-enters the game. He sat quite a bit with 2 fouls, but Taft McClure has picked up the slack. He's been big inside today.
Certainly has. 7 points, 7 rebounds for Taft.
5:54 to play in the second. And again, you have Jenkins, Hodges, and McClure all back into the game, along with Linford and Horsley. Rock Springs basketball.
See, Hodges had that kind of long, extended break. Oh, boy, they're going to
get a tough foul on Luke in the front court.
That is a tough one, but that's the way it goes.
5:43 to play in the second. Luke just playing tough defense, and he gets the whistle.
That's his 3rd personal, and I don't know if Coach Schwab's going to sub him out. Looks like someone's coming out. I don't know if it's going to be for Luke or not.
It's going to be Johnson, who it's got to be for Luke with his 3rd foul, and it will be. Johnson comes in, Luke comes out.
This is a long lineup in there for the Braves now. You got Jenkins, Hodges, McClure, Johnson, and then Horsley. Sorry, PJ. we're not talking about you, although I think he's taller than me.
And the free throw's good. Both of them drop to make it 21-18. Tigers by 3. 5:42 to play in the second period. Horsley across the half-court line, works to McClure on the left side wing. Hodges is covered in the paint. Now McClure double team, kicks it over to Horsley, works to Jenkins. No shot for him on the right, back to Horsley. PJ finds McClure. Horsley wants to drive, top of the key, flick to McClure. Down low Johnson, corner 3, away, off the rim, no good. Long rebound pulled in by Horsley. Star Valley still has it. He'll take the 3, and no good on the rainbow. Rebound this time to Butcher, Rock Springs basketball. A couple triples don't drop for the Braves, and it's still a 3-point Tiger lead.
Braves dominating the glass, but not able to score.
Ball moving around the outside. Anderson drives to the rim, no good, no call, and McClure gets tied up, and it will be a jump ball call. McClure tried to get the rebound, and the arrow does favor the Tigers.
McClure and Anderson were tied up there.
4:54 to play in the second period. Tigers with the ball, still up 21-18. Anderson lobs up top to Stauffer. Test the drive, step back three, no good. Rebounded by Johnson underneath. All backboard, no slime. Back to Horsley, no shot. Double teamed in the corner, dribbles out of it, and then passes to Hodges and around to McClure. Right side wing, corner, three. Croy off the rim, no good. Backside rebound again by Horsley. Drives in, can't get into the paint though. Stops and clears out to McClure. Lobs to Hodges. One-on-one, spin, shot, and good. You just can't leave Jake one-on-one.
Well, that's his first made field goal though with those fouls. And I'm glad to see that them getting him loose on the low block. He was unstoppable last night.
Cuts the lead down to 1, 21-20, 4:10 to go in the second period. Now Rock Springs with the ball. They still lead by the 1 point. Anderson, front court, pass right side to Butcher. Holds it, bounces down to the block, under the rim, dribble in the paint, shot up, blocked by Hodges. Loose ball picked up by Newman. He dribbles and scores.
Boy, Newman is able to score from some really difficult angles.
Lead back to 3. McClure goes to Hodges, who's all alone and scores. He got behind the defense and nobody was there. Easy assist for Taft to Hodges.
You will take as many of those as you can get if you're a Star Valley fan.
Back to a 1 point game. 3:30 to play in the second. 23-22. Dribble drive, runner down the lane, and an offensive charge on Trenton Butcher. Hodges draws the charge. He gets some help up, and it's Star Valley ball.
You know, that's a gutsy play for Jacob because he picked up those 2 early fouls, and he sat for a good chunk of this half. He finally gets back in, gets a bucket, and then the defense calls for you to take a charge. And if you don't get that call, that's going to be 3, and you're going to be sitting again. So good job on his part for Jacob.
Hodges, triple team, kick out. McClure, mid-range jumper, drops on the baseline. That was a foot or 2 inside the 3-point line. The Braves retake the lead.
Taft is dialed in today, though. 9 and 7 here in this first half.
Good defense, forces the ball to the baseline and out of bounds. Cale Anderson steps on the line, and Star Valley gets the ball back with a 1 point lead.
Another nice play there from Hodges.
24-23, 3:07 to go in the first half. Lancaster across half court, standing on the Rock Springs paw. Gets a screen, works left, dribbles to Johnson in the corner. He comes up top, hands off to McClure. He'll dribble between his legs, pick it up, look to Hodges, but covered, so finds Lancaster, back to McClure. Now to Hodges in the lane, can't get to the rim. Double team, back out to Jenkins. Croy wants to drive, kicks it out. Here's a 3 from Lancaster, no good. Fight for the rebound, tipped loose, picked up by Rock Springs on the run. Stauffer, one-on-one, goes up, blocked by Lancaster. He tried to lean into Cooper, but didn't buy it, and he blocked it out.
Yeah, Cooper's kind of able to let him slide by and then block that one from behind. Ball possession will stay with the Tigers, though.
Little inbound baseline. Stauffer bounces inside. It's going to be a reach over the top by McClure.
That's an easy foul call there. Second personal on Taft.
That will be shots now for Rock Springs in the double bonus.
Noah Widener, I'm not sure how to say that. Only 1 of 8 in varsity action, so really too small of a sample size to know what kind of free throw shooter he is.
He does miss the front end of 2.
Although that does add to the data.
Tristan Hilton subs back in for Taft. 2:32 to play in the first half, 24-23, another free throw to come.
These are big minutes for Hilton and Johnson to come in and spell the big guys and not have much, really any letdown.
Tie game after the free throw is in, 24 all. Star Valley basketball. Close as we expected in Rock Springs today. Hilton on the outside, dribbles to the elbow and dumps it off to Jenkins. Hilton hits the deck, Jenkins goes down to Johnson, catch and shoot, no good, but fouled. And Tayson Johnson to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Stops the clock at 2:20 remaining in the second.
Second personal on Joey Stauffer. Johnson to the line. Tayson is a 47% free throw shooter. Coming into the last statistical update. That one's good.
It's the front end to give Star Valley the lead back, 25-24.
First point of the game for Tayson to go with a rebound and a steal.
Both teams in the double bonus. As Johnson looks down the second free throw, made them both, makes it 26-24. Rock Springs inbounding with 2:20 to go in the second period. Pressure on the backcourt, but put on by Star Valley. Conrad has the ball tipped, taken away by Jenkins, and then it's loose off of him and out of bounds. He had it, then it was tipped, and he tried to save it. Rock Springs has it, still in the backcourt. Triple team at the timeline, but a big spin move by Rock Springs. Then they throw it away. It was a big move by Newman. He tried to pass down to the baseline and just too low.
I'll bet he would be a nightmare on the cone drill. He is fast. Great balance.
Lancaster across the half-court line for the Braves. Picks up his dribble in the front court. Goes to Hilton on the right side. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Johnson can't get to the rim. Goes to Lancaster. Kick out to Hodges in the corner. Drives in baseline. Goes to the rim. Lays it up. No good. Rebounded to Rock Springs on the run. Newman in transition. Goes up to the rim and scores. Does Newman to tie the game at 26.
A lot of contact here on this other end with Hodges, but they're letting him play through at that time.
Hodges on the free throw line. Dribbles, spins, can't get to the rim, picks it up, feeds to Johnson, dribbles down the middle of the lane. Tayson, no good. He almost got it to go. He is fouled. That was almost the and one, but he does get 2 from the line.
Yeah, so they got Tayson in the head is why they called that. This is almost kind of a late whistle. Foul on mysterious number 35.
Clock is stopped at 1:26 as the first free throw is good.
Johnson knocks down the first one. Got 3 points now.
Lead back to Star Valley, 27-26 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Second free throw from Johnson is no good. Fight for the rebound. Johnson comes up with it, then throws it away. His pass was just ripped out of the sky by Newman. Then he attacks the rim aggressive. They wave it off, offensive charge.
Tristan Hilton takes the charge. Home crowd didn't like it, but Tristan went sprawling. Let's take a look at it here on the Fall River Propane replay. Fast play, Tristan trying to set himself, gets the benefit of the call. The home crowd not happy about it.
Zane Hedges subs into the game for Jenkins. 1:20 to go in the second period and a 1-point Star Valley lead with the ball.
The block charge alone is one reason why it's so hard to be a ref.
Right. Hedges passes to Lancaster, tries to lob to Hodges, ball tipped, and then Hedges is fouled as he tries to track down the loose ball in the front court.
The reason they're going to get Hudson Conrad here is he was trying to get the ball, but the way the ball was ended up bouncing, he ends up with his arm across the top of the shoulder of Zane Hedges. This is official. He's going to call that every time.
2 shots for Zane from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Star Valley up by 1 with 1:07 before half. First free throw is a swish.
Braves making some hay from the free throw line today, 9 of 12. Zane on the season, 53% in limited varsity action.
One more free throw for Hedges. Good. Got them both.
Jinx.
29-26, 1:07 to go in the second. Full court press being put on by Star Valley, and it leads to a turnover unforced. Rock Springs just throws it away on the inbound play. Star Valley will get it with a 3-point lead. 1:07 before half.
An opportunity here with 67 seconds left in the half to close out strong.
Inbound to Lancaster, front court. Johnson sets a screen for him. Defense sticks with him, comes to his left side. Hodges sets a screen, can't get to the rim. Back to the corner, pass to Hodges on the perimeter. He works it to the free throw line. Goes to the right post, kicks to Hilton. Long 2, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. He goes up and scores. Tayson on the low block left side after the board.
And that was not an easy shot. It went up off the glass. Good shot from Johnson.
Big move by Rock Springs to get down the lane, kick out, fake the 3, dribble drive angle, split the D, and fouled on the floor. They wave off the shot. It was no good anyway, but it will result in 2 attempts from the line. Braves up 31-26 with 37 seconds to go.
And that's going to be foul number 3 on Jacob. He's a little disappointed there with 37 seconds left in the half. You just as soon not pick up that third one there, especially since you're sending someone to the line, Cale Anderson. And looking at his free throw numbers for the season, 9 of 14 in varsity action. That one is good.
Coach Schwab doesn't risk a 4th foul on Hodges with under a minute to go in the half, so Jenkins will sub back in.
Both teams have shot pretty well from the free throw line. Tigers 9 of 13 now with another one coming up. The Braves are 10 of 13.
Free throw is away. Got them both again.
So both teams have gotten 10 points from the free throw line.
3-point game. Star Valley with the lead in the ball. 33 seconds before halftime. 31-28, weaving around the outside. Lancaster holds it. Hilton setting some high screens, just burning some clock. Star Valley's going to try and go for the last shot of the half, but Rock Springs is going to come up and put on some front court pressure. Star Valley still dribbling. Lancaster tries to drive in, can't. 17 seconds. Jenkins on the outside. Clock down to 14. Now Johnson will step back. More time ticks off down to 10. Now they're going to start making their move. Here comes Lancaster off a screen. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Here's Jenkins to Johnson. Down to 3 seconds. Spin, shot, free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Hilton. Putback is too late. And we go to halftime in a 3-point game. Star Valley with the advantage in Rock Springs. It's the Braves 31, the Tigers 28. Star Valley Health halftime show coming your way live on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge, nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube. They repair it all and make it purr.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Digital Dilemmas presents Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal." Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
This is Braves basketball and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
A tight one in Rock Springs through the first half of play. The Braves in the locker room with a 3-point lead over the Tigers. It's 31-28, and that game was a lot of back and forth now, but the Braves currently with that 3-point advantage.
And an intense game, which is what we were expecting. A lot of pressure on both of these defenses. But, yeah, very entertaining right now. The Braves nursing that 3-point lead.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers. Here are the Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home halftime battle stats.
Leading the way for the Tigers in that first half is Javon Newman. He had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 points apiece for Joey Stauffer and Owen Patterson. 2 points for David DeBoer. Dalton Thomas had 5. Kale Anderson with 2, along with Trenton Butcher and Noah Widener with 1. So the Tigers really spreading out their scoring. A lot of guys in the scoring column. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players in the scoring column because I don't have a name for number 33. Rebounding-wise, the Braves controlling that stat 15-8. Both teams doing a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. Assist-wise, it's been tough. And then look at the three-point numbers. The Tigers 0 for 6 in that first half. The Braves just 1 of 6. Both teams shooting well from the free throw line, though. Rock Springs 10 of 14. The Braves 10 of 13. Taft McClure had a monster first quarter to help carry the Braves while Hodges was on the bench with some early foul trouble. 9.7 rebounds in that first half for Taft. Jacob did come in and have 6 points and 2 rebounds. I'll tell you what, though, Duke, the bench. I just added up all the bench players for the Braves. They combined for 12 points in that first half. Tristan Hilton had 2. Tayson Johnson had 5. Zane Hedges had 2. Cooper Lancaster had 3. So the Braves really contributing in a lot of different ways here. And again, pretty darn fun game, pretty darn close game here at the half as you look at the battle stats.
That's your Battle Stats halftime, brought to you by Battleson Brothers Carpet One, Floor and Home. Find them in Afton and in Thane, where there's quality, price, and service. Where the Braves lead at the half in Rock Springs 31-28 as part of our Star Valley Health halftime show. Before we go to break, let's give away a couples combo, or at least see if we can with your halftime trivia and a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex on the line.
Duke, this one's harder. I'm not going to lie. When was the last time these two boys teams went to overtime? Let us know your guess. We're looking for this season, so this is the 22-23 season. So give us a guess, and at 307-203-4637, and we get the fastest correct answer, we'll win a couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Use our studio text in line at 203-4637. 203-4637. First correct answer wins it. Braves lead by 3, and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Miles CPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves. Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVI Local. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVI Local for the locals only discount.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
After football season, I had pain in my arm, so I went to Teton Acupuncture and saw Dr. Franklin, and she did the acupuncture on my arm, and only a couple days later I felt a lot better. So I would recommend go see Dr. Franklin at Teton Acupuncture and get any pain relief you have taken care of.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. That is Star Valley Health. Find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. From Rock Springs High School, the Braves over the Tigers at the half by a score of 31-28. As part of our Star Valley Health halftime coverage, let's see how the Braves have done so far in the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, number one, I was looking for some disciplined defense today. I think the Braves have absolutely done that, played better today than they did yesterday against Kelly Walsh. I'm sure they heard about it in the locker room, and they have done that. Play to their potential. I think the Braves have done pretty well to that degree today. They're playing a tough team on their home court, and right now they hold us that 3-point lead. Looking for 4 in double figures as it stands right now. Taft McClure is almost to double figures. Tayson has 5. Jacob has 6. So still some work to do there as far as that goes. And then limit turnovers. I think the Braves did a pretty darn good job of that as well. But we need another half here in what is sure to be a close one. At least it promises to be on your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Find them online at RockyMountainYeti.group, also located in Afton, legend driven. That is Rocky Mountain Yeti. 31-28. Star Valley takes the court, coming out of the locker room and gets ready for some second half action. Let's see if we have a winner of the couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
The question was, when was the last time these two boys team went to overtime? And the answer is 2010, 2011. And the Braves actually I remember this game was a heck of a game. Braves came alive in the overtime and ended up winning by 9 points in the extra period, but it went to overtime. Clear back then. I can't believe that's been that long ago.
So would that have happened? It was during the 10-11 season, but it would have happened in 2011, correct?
Yes, because it actually was the final regular season game of the year. It was the end of February.
Yeah, well, no one wins today. Had some close ones. Had some real close ones.
Once in a while, I can't just be giving away popcorn every single day.
If I was feeling maybe a little more generous, I could maybe justify giving it to somebody. But you know what? We've given away so many of these. You got to get it right. Got to get it right.
It's just like when the Family Feud or The Price is Right goes to the judges. Sorry. We're going to blame this on Sage. Sage, our judges, is our judge, and he said no.
Maybe next time. Star Valley Health halftime show. Braves and Tigers getting some last-second words from their coaches as we wrap up our Star Valley Health halftime show. Advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. That is starvalleyhealth.org. Teams take the court. Braves up 31-28. And Star Valley will come out with Lancaster starting the second half, along with Horsley and McClure, Jenkins, and Johnson all on the floor.
Yeah, a little bit of a different look there with Johnson and Lancaster.
Of course, Hodges has those 3 fouls, and McClure has the ball in his hands on the right side wing. Works it up to Johnson, swings to Lancaster. Now Jenkins in the corner, back down to McClure. Turnaround fadeaway, yes. That one didn't even get close to the rim. It was all net on a quick turnaround fadeaway.
And that puts Taft into double figures, 11 points. He has looked really good today.
Sometimes you're just in the zone. Ball movement to the elbow for Rock Springs. In the lane, but a quick foul on the floor against Star Valley with 7:31 still remaining in the third.
P.J. Horsley going to be called for the reach, his first team foul. He played 29 seconds. It's going to be interesting to see if the fouls come as flow as much as they did in the first half, Duke. There was a ton of fouls.
Here's a jumper on the inbound, swished and good. Just outside the post was Trenton Butcher for 2.
He was left all alone, and he easily puts in the little short 6-footer.
Back to a 3-point game, 33-30 Braves with the ball. McClure on the right side wing, gets a screen, drives, jumper from the free throw line. Had to try to bank that one, and it's no good. Out of bounds off of Johnson. It's going back to Rock Springs.
And in that situation, you kind of like your chances because you got Johnson and Jenkins fighting for the board. Just that time it ends up off of them out of bounds.
Quickly down the court comes Rock Springs. Anderson, jumper, elbow left. That one's in. Down to a 1-point game. Tigers on a 4-0 run.
Rock Springs really spreading out the scoring.
Lancaster to the free throw line, dribbles to the lane, puts up a tough shot, bounce on the rim, no good, fight for the rebound. Rock Springs, no. Jenkins comes out with it. Back to Lancaster, baseline jumper too strong. Ricochet, loose ball picked up on the run by Rock Springs. Thomas to the rim on the other end, no good, but a foul. That's going to put the Tigers to the line for a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Cooper Lancaster tried to take a charge, ends up sliding all the way to the pad. He's going to get whistled for the block, though, his third personal. Second team foul on the Braves here in this third quarter.
Clock is stopped at 6:40, 33-32. Thomas's free throw is no good, stays a Star Valley 1-point advantage.
Thomas 1 of 3 today now from the free throw line, 5 points. He's got 3 rebounds and an assist.
Lancaster subs out, Ridge Nield subs in for Star Valley's at 33 all. Horsley in the backcourt, picked up in the front court by Newman. Passes to Nield on the left side wing. Ball tipped, loose, knocked out of bounds off of DeBoer, who just reached up and tipped it out.
DeBoer just about came away with a turnover there against the Braves.
Ridge Nield will trigger it in on the side. Looking, passes to Johnson out on the perimeter. He'll dribble center floor. Horsley will reset the offense. Back to Johnson, holds it, lobs down to Jenkins. Under the backboard, has to kick out. Nield passes on a 3, works it to McClure.
They had Croy under the basket, but he's too far under.
McClure drive shot, no good. Ball loose out of bounds, and it's Rock Springs basketball. Thomas had the position for the rebound. McClure knocked it out.
So the Braves gotten a couple of looks underneath, just can't get him to go here, and this one's tied up with 6:08 to go in the third.
33 all. Rock Springs with the basketball on their home court. Works it to the right side to Thomas. Holds it, makes a move, drives on the angle, and stripped away by Taft McClure. He has the steal. McClure comes across half court, works it to Jenkins. Baseline, dribble, spin, shot off the front rim, no good. Just left it an inch short. Rebounded by Rock Springs, still tied. DeBoer on the perimeter. Still has a dribble if he wants it, takes it to the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. Down in the corner, turns it over to Star Valley.
Got down there in the corner. Boy, Coach Rosette did not like that possession.
Star Valley with the ball, still tied at 33 points apiece. 5.5 to go in the third period. Horsley loses the ball in the post. Scrum picks it up, kicks it out. Nealed, open three, right wing, left it short, rebounded by Jenkins. He spins, he shoots, and it's good off the square.
That was an amazing play by Croy Jenkins. The shot ended up being well short from Ridge, and Croy is able to grab it and put it up and in.
Deep pass to Thomas is tipped and loose, picked up by Johnson. He drives, goes to Horsley, passes on a three, takes it down to McClure. Elbow jumper right, short, no good. Rebounded by Dalton Thomas. Rock Springs basketball. They'll slow down the tempo this time as David DeBoer just walks across half court.
That really was a super athletic play from Croy.
5:53 to play in the third. Thomas shot fake, defense up, puts it up, no good, but Nealed will get a foul. He's the one that went up on the shot fake.
Ridge was trying to go up straight up, but he did jump before he did do the straight up. I wonder if they're saying when he came down, he got him with the body. That's going to be foul number 3 on Ridge. 3 team fouls on the Braves, 4:50 left in the third. No team fouls as of yet on the Tigers. Free throw is good for Thomas.
Zayden Hedges will sub in for Nealed, who's out.
Thomas 3 of 5 from the line today. He's got 7 points to go with 4 rebounds.
Second free throw is good. Ties the game back up at 35 points apiece. 4:50 to play in the third period. Hedges in the backcourt now for Star Valley. Stauffer, some initial pressure, now backs off. Works it to Hedges, fakes a three, bounces to McClure. Top of the key, holds it, now hands off. Horsley makes a move, tries to go into the paint, can't, spins, fires to Jenkins, back up top to Johnson. He drives in, kicks outside to McClure, and passes up around the arc from there. On the post to Johnson, in the lane, comes left, back to his right and scores.
Boy, aggressive move from the sophomore, Tayson Johnson. And he's up to 7 points off the bench.
Now a big pass down the floor. The shot no good. Missed by Butcher. Gets his own rebound, though, and he picks it up. That was a half-court pass to Butcher, who gets his own board and a bucket.
6 points now for Trenton Butcher, and he's stuck with that one.
37 all tied again in Rock Springs. Horsley feeds to Jenkins backside on the opposite post and in for 2.
Great post position early on there for Croy. 6 points now.
39-37. Star Valley with the 2-point advantage. Rock Springs in the corner, ball loose, knocked out off of the Braves.
Ended up being kicked off of Taft, and I think might have went up into the second level here, and they had to throw it back down.
Joey Stauffer will trigger this in from the side just above the left corner. And it looks like Stauffer bounces down to the baseline, lobs into the paint, and Thomas is fouled as he goes up. Stops the clock at 3:46 to play in the third, and Dalton Thomas to the free throw line for 2 attempts.
It's going to be foul number 1 on Tayson Johnson, his first. 4 team fouls on the Braves here in this third, none on the Tigers yet. And Thomas back to the line. He's making a living there right now, 4 of 6. He's got 8 points in the game. There's another one made for him. 5 from the line now.
Cuts the lead down to just 1, 39-38. Second free throw, good. Got them both. We're tied again. 3:44 to play in the third period. 39 all. Braves and Tigers battling. Hedges on the perimeter. Some high screens being set by Jenkins. Horsley picked up, drives in, left elbow, dumps it off to Johnson, who's fouled. And Tayson Johnson goes to the free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts.
Gonna get Joey Stauffer. Boy, he was really not happy. I don't know if it is with himself or with the call, but he got his 3rd foul. That's a nice move from PJ to even find Tayson Johnson. Tayson's been great off the bench here today and hits another free throw. He's 4 of 5 from the line. He's got 8 points in the game. PJ will have a seat and replaced in the lineup by Zane Hedges.
Here's another free throw from Johnson. Knocked down the first. Left the second short. Fight for the rebound. Rock Springs has it. Braves now by 1. Chance for the Tigers to take the lead. Dobert spins at the free throw line. Now kicks it outside. Clock down to 3:20 to play in the third period. Patterson up top, working against Zane Hedges. Dribbling and passes. Newman goes down low to Thomas. Gets tied up, and a jump ball call. Nice play by Zane Hedges down on the baseline. Stays with the Tigers, but the arrow flips.
Is a great hustle from Zane, but I'll tell you what, he's also fortunate because his body position while his hands were on the ball, you see a lot of guys get called for that just because he wasn't really in a great spot, but it was so clear that his hands were just on the leather that they had to call it that
Inbound
way.
to the baseline, then blocked at the rim by McClure. Goes back into the hands of Rock Springs. They keep possession. Here's Dobert to the rim. Goes up strong, no good. Fight for the rebound. Loose in the backcourt. Picked up by Rock Springs. Tiger basketball. 3 ball on the kick out. Dobert, no good. Fight for the rebound again. There will be a whistle, and it's going against Zane Hedges. 2:52 to go in the third. Tigers to the free throw line. Or no free throw line. That was on the rebound. So this will be a baseline inbound play.
First personal on Zane Hedges. 5 team fouls on the Braves with 2:52 to go in the third. Rock Springs still no fouls.
And Hodges just picked up another one. The inbound to Dalton Thomas.
That one was
He's fouled, and Hodges picks up another.
That was a bit of a cheapie. That's foul number 4 on Jacob. So I imagine he's going to be sitting for a while and come back in the fourth quarter. It's just been that kind of night for him.
2:51 to play in the third period. Free throws away. Good. Tied again at 40 with another free throw to come for Thomas.
Well, that's free throw attempt number 21 for the Tigers. Dalton Thomas is 7 of 9. He's got another one coming up. 11 points in the contest.
This to give Rock Springs the lead. Shot no good this time. Rebounded by Jenkins. Still tied at 40. 2:48 to play in the third. Zane Hedges down the floor for the Braves on the dribble. Picks it up in the front court. Bounces to Luke Linford on the left side wing. Linford holds, now comes down to the corner. Dribbles to the baseline, double team there, clears back out to McClure. He holds it, lobs to Johnson, goes up for the shot, and good. That was into coverage, if you will, and Johnson catches and shoots.
It was not an easy pass. McClure just dropped that in the bucket.
Big pass in the lane to Thomas. That was an assist from David Dobert on the left post. That was a beauty. 42 all again, tied. 2:10 to play in the third period. Neither of these teams able to pull away. Jenkins on the perimeter left. Stolen in the front court by Newman. All alone to the rim, and the Tigers lead. The steal in the bucket by Newman, and Javon puts up the Tigers by 2.
He now has 8 points to go with 5 rebounds.
Timeout taken by Coach Schwab. 1:50 to play in the third. Rock Springs 44, Star Valley 42, back in 30 with SVI.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Coming out of the Star Valley timeout, Braves trailing now by 2, 44-42. 1:50 to play in the third period. It is Star Valley basketball.
It's been a good one, though, as advertised. Luke Linford in the ballgame. He'll check this in.
Linford in the front court. Works it to Hilton. Or that's Hedges, rather. Back to Linford. Drives to the rim, and good. Luke ties it up again. 44-44.
You know, Luke sat quite a bit because he had 3 fouls. Comes right in and gets a basket.
Ball moving around the outside. Here's Dobert. Works at left post. Drives. Kick out. Open 3 from Newman. Too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tipping, ricocheting out of bounds off of Star Valley. Stays with the Tigers on the baseline.
The Tigers in this third quarter have picked up a bunch of offensive glass. The Braves were getting those in the first half, and the Tigers have gotten a bunch of second opportunities here.
Inbound into the lane. Shot is up off this glass by Dobert and in, and he's fouled. He goes to the line for the and one. The officials are talking. Maybe just deciding who to give the foul to.
Tayson Johnson. Tayson Johnson, he whistled for his second. That's the 7th team foul.
Wait, they tick.
Are they ticking the basket? I don't know if they ever said the basket was good.
Are they
it sure looked like it should have been, though.
Are they going to call this on the floor? See if we got a replay.
I thought it was good, but
here's a look at it. I guess they're going to call it on an initial lead-in. So no shot, not the and one, just 2 free throws. Well, 1 and 1, but he does hit the first, so it will be 2. Yeah, David Dobert will go to the line, and he does give this team the lead up by 1 after the make.
Rock Springs continues to live at the free throw line.
Second shot is good, got them both. Shooting well from the charity stripe. They lead by 2, 46-44. Minute 15 to play in the third.
18 of 24 from the line here are the Tigers.
Incredible percentages. Star Valley goes down to Lancaster one-on-one. Turn, shoot, score on the low block for Cooper. You don't see him playing that post very often, but he did that time. Here's a pull-up jumper in transition. No good. Ball ricocheted out of bounds off of Star Valley. Stays with the Tigers with 57 seconds to go in the third.
Cooper with 5 points now in this contest. Had a triple earlier on in the game.
Rock Springs inbounds. Works to Dobert. Drives into the lane. Shot, blocked, but contact. That's Croy Jenkins who gets the foul. And it does put Rock Springs to the line for 2 attempts this time. Here's your Fall River Propane replay.
There you can see DeBoer fighting into the paint. Contested by Jenkins. They're going to get Croy for his first personal. And the free throw is good.
Gives Rock Springs the lead again, 47-46. 53 seconds remain in the third. Second free throw is good. Tigers by 2. Timeout taken by Coach Rosette. We'll take it as well. 53 seconds remain. It's 48-46. Tigers back in 60 on SVI.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center, The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Back after the Rock Springs timeout, Star Valley basketball. Tigers with, you said 20 points from the line today, Dal?
20 of 26.
Now that's kept them going here. They lead by 2, 48-46. 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Star Valley with the basketball on the outside. Taft McClure slips, kept his dribble alive, but he does travel. He had a great first half. He's been a little quieter here in the second and has the turnover on that one.
He got a wrap on his right calf that I don't remember seeing. I don't know if it was there before or not.
Rock Springs has the ball back with a 2-point advantage. Pressure in the backcourt put on by Star Valley. Now they back off after the inbound play. Gobert across the half-court line. Goes to Thomas. And there's a contact, but no foul. Drive down low, blocked at the rim. McClure comes down with the ball. Horsley across the timeline, works it to Johnson. Tayson up top to McClure, swinging around the outside. Feed down low, Johnson spins, double team, he's blocked. And Rock Springs gets the ball. On the run, Dobert across the half-court line, dribbles behind his back to the rim, no good, but fouled. 2.2 seconds remain in the third, and it's 48-46, Tigers up and to the line, where they have just made a living today.
Well, that's foul number 3 on Taft McClure. 9 team fouls on the Braves, 1 on the Tigers here in the third.
Free throw no good. So they do miss on occasion.
Well, they're shooting 74% right now, but it's the sheer number, Duke. They've made 5 more than the Braves have attempted.
Second free throw good. Tigers by 3. Star Valley with 2.5 seconds on the inbound. They go to Linford, half court. Shot is away. No good. Hit the back rim. And now the Braves trail by 3 after having a 3-point halftime lead. 49-46. Fourth period next on the SVI Sports Network.
A lot of people ask me why I moved to Kemerow. I actually was living with my wife in North Salt Lake, Utah, for where we raised our children. And I saw this as a great opportunity in my career to help with economic development. It's a very affordable place to live. Other things that I like about being here, I really like the opportunity to do outdoor living. Those are some of the things that I like about Kemerow.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy. I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Live coverage of local high school sports continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
8 minutes to go in a game where neither team is led by more than 5. We start the fourth period. Star Valley trailing by 3 with the ball. Cooper Lancaster gets the inbound play from Linford. Lancaster has a screen set, hands back to Linford. Johnson sets the screen. Linford drives, can't get to the rim, and an offensive foul on Luke Linford just 11 seconds into the first period. Wasn't just a hop down the post, and they call him on the foul.
10 team fouls on the Braves. 7:49 to go in the game. The Tigers have 1 foul this half.
Max Jensen comes into the game for Star Valley. And a half-court pass pulled down, and the ball is loose out of bounds off of Rock Springs. And Star Valley gets it. That was a dangerous pass trying to find Dobert down the court. He was double-teamed and tried to make a play but couldn't haul it in.
That was foul number 4 on Linford, by the way. Hodges has 4. Linford has 4.
Horsley across the half-court line. Gets a screen set for him. Works, loses the ball, and out of bounds off of the Tigers.
Well, if you're not going to get whistled, you might as well be super aggressive. So that's what they're doing.
Star Valley will inbound with P.J. Horsley. Works it to Jensen. Jensen wants to drive the angle. Loses the ball. Fights for it. Poked out. Stays with Star Valley on the baseline. 7:28 to go in the fourth period. It's 49-46 Tigers still. 3-point lead. Jensen lobs up top to Lancaster. Has it in the front court corner. Crosses over to the angle. Drives down under the backboard. Comes back out to Jensen. Now a lob down to Johnson. He has double teamed on the baseline, and the ball poked out again. Stays with the Braves. Clock is stopped at 7:15 remaining in the game. Braves still trail by 3. Lancaster lobs up to Johnson. Has it on the wing. Back to Jensen. Max will take a few dribbles. Goes to Lancaster. Corner 3 off the inside cylinder. No good. Big rebound by Horsley, who goes up for the shot. And he was kind of hopping, and he does get fouled. But they are going to stay on the floor, so no shots.
Unbelievable.
And it's going to be Jensen or Lancaster goes to Johnson on the inbound on the post. Finds McClure. Free throw line jumper is down and in to make it a 1-point game, 49-48.
McClure refines his mid-range. He's got 13 points now.
Dobert makes a move across the half-court line, dribbles behind his back, and now slows down on the three-point line. Tries to break down the defense, drives, dishes in the lane. Shot is up, blocked again by the Braves. I think that was either Johnson or McClure. McClure came up with the ball. Both were there for the block. Out in front to Horsley. He's double-teamed, kicks to Jensen, takes the 3, down the barrel, off the back rim, no good. Got his own shot, takes it to the rim this time. He's blocked but fouled. 6:32 to play in the fourth. And Max Jensen, who hasn't played a ton of varsity minutes, is on the floor right now for the second time of the game and finds himself on the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Max had a really good junior varsity game, though, against the Tigers earlier on this afternoon. And I think Coach Schwab is just kind of extending that play to see if he can make some plays here today. First free throw is no good.
Still a 1-point Braves deficit. Now a chance for Jensen to tie the game on this free throw. Jenkins subs back in.
Third team foul on Rock Springs, by the way. 6:32 to go in the game.
Free throws up and no good, but the rebound and the putback is missed by Jenkins. He fights for his own rebound, clears it out to Horsley. Missed them both, but Jenkins on the rebound. Now Lancaster for three, no good. Got his own shot, dribbles in the lane, dishes down to Jensen. He's double teamed on the post, loses the ball on the court, and Rock Springs comes out with it. Dalton Thomas has the loose ball. He's being swarmed in the backcourt, has to get rid of it. He does. Rock Springs has it. Tigers, big spin in the backcourt. And now across the half-court line. 6 minutes to go in the game. Tigers by 1. Drive down the post. Shot is up in the square. No good. But a foul on the Braves with 6:04 to go. And this will be 2 shots again from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
At this point, Duke, if I'm the Braves, you either have to take a charge or basically back off, because they're just leaning right into. They have no chance of making these baskets.
Javon Newman from the Riverside Dental free throw line. First shot is up and away, and good. Extends the lead to 2 points in favor of the Tigers. McClure will get a breather. Johnson subs in. 6:04 to go in the game.
This will be free throw attempt number 30 for the Tigers today.
50-48. Tigers with the lead. Free throw missed. Rebounded by Jenkins. Saves a 2-point game. Horsley across the half-court line. Tries to drive in, right post, goes right to the rim, no good, but a rebound and the putback is there for Tayson Johnson. We're tied again at 50. Rock Springs attacks. They go full court down the floor and good in transition. And just like that, they retake the lead. Trenton Butcher on the 2-point shot. Lancaster drives, goes to Johnson in the lane, shot good with the foul. Tayson Johnson ties the game again at 52 all, and to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one.
Man, Tayson Johnson has decided to be the aggressor here in the fourth quarter. 14 points for the sophomore off the bench. That foul going against Trenton Butcher, his fourth team foul on the Tigers. 5:35 to go in the game.
Johnson to give Star Valley the lead, and he does.
5 of 7 from the line is Johnson. He's having a great game.
Pressure in the backcourt by Horsley. Rock Springs able to break it. Newman on the dribble. 53-52, now Star Valley on top. You can feel the pressure rising here in this gym as the 3 ball's on the way from Dobert. No good. Rebounded by Jenkins, who's fouled over the back.
Here's the crazy thing.
Cale Anderson on the whistle.
Here's the crazy thing in a game like this, Duke. We see so many times how 3-pointers can swing games. There has been one made 3 in this game combined. The Braves are 1 of 11. The Tigers are 0 for 9.
5:20 remains. Braves with the ball by 1, 53-52. Lancaster across half court has a big screen, kicks it down to Jenkins, up top to Horsley, back to Johnson, double team on the post, and they go for the strip, but they foul. That's the 6th team foul and the last to give for the Tigers.
Going to get Cale Anderson for this one, and the Braves going right back down to Tayson Johnson. And why not? He has been hot in this fourth quarter.
Lancaster will trigger in. Lobs to Johnson. Tries to back down the defense. Double team. Kicks back out to Lancaster in the corner. He drives. Can't get to the rim. Hodges fakes a shot. Pulls up the jumper on the post. Bouncing on the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound. And Dobert comes out with it. Rock Springs basketball. Then stolen away by Lancaster. Cooper goes to Johnson. Dribble. 1-on-1. Shot good. 55-52. Braves by 3. Off the steal. Dobert across half court now. He wants to go coast to coast. Drives right side post. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Hodges has it.
And that's what I'm talking about. They are so used to just flinging the ball up there and getting the call in the second half. Make a basket.
Lancaster for 3. Yes! No, they wave it off. Oh, a timeout taken by Coach Swab. Coach Swab called a timeout right before Cooper hit the 3. That would have been the largest lead of the game, but they called the timeout. 4:33 to go. Back in 30 on SVI.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford everywhere.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? My whole family goes in my Caribou Ford.
We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever.
just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30.
And we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Coach Schwab owes Cooper Lancaster a three-pointer. Called the timeout right before Cooper shot it, but it is Star Valley ball with the three-point lead.
And there's been so few in this game, as I was just mentioning. We'll see if the Braves have dialed up out of the timeout.
4.5 left to go. Neither team is led by more than 5 in this whole game. It's been back and forth. I don't even know how many ties. Several lead changes. Here's Lancaster in the lane, spin, and he's fouled. That will be 1-and-1 now for Cooper Lancaster. He'll go to the line. Well, officials are going to talk about a shot or not. I thought it was on the floor.
So did I, but
that's what they say, 1-and-1.
I think they're also deciding who was going to be on. Butcher, he's actually in some foul trouble for the Tigers. He has 4. That is team foul number 7. So he has a seat and is replaced in the lineup by Cale Anderson. Cooper Lancaster to the line. He has not attempted a free throw today. He is a 70% shooter in limited attempts in varsity action, but we've seen he's pretty solid there.
First attempt on 1-and-1. Bounces over the front rim and in. Extends the lead to 4, 56-52.
Well, Taft McClure kept the Braves in it in the first and second quarters here. In the late going, though, it's been Tayson Johnson. He's got 17 in this game.
Wow. Second free throw, too strong, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Star Valley leads by 4 with 4:16 to go in the game. Tigers to the right side. Work it down to the right post. Nice pass down the lane, but no good. But there is a foul from behind on Lancaster. That stops the clock at 4:07 and will result in 2 shots from the stripe.
So I decided that this young man is Simon Lionberger because he's the only other player that plays a lot that we haven't talked about, but he's got the different jersey number on. I've got him with 4 points. He's 2 for 2 from the line. This one's good. If this isn't Sam Lionberger, Sam, then my apologies.
Makes it a 3-point game, 56-53. Second free throws up and in. 2-point game, 4:07 to go. Star Valley with the lead and the ball. No backcourt pressure being put on by the Tigers. They'll pick up the ball at the half-court line. Horsley in the front court, works it over to Lancaster. Cooper, a couple dribbles, spins, works it outside. Johnson drives the lane, back to the backboard, kick out, ball tipped and stolen. Gobert on the steal. Down the floor to the right side wing. Holds the ball, now dribbles, makes a move, and a timeout taken by Coach Rosette and the Tigers. 3:47 to go in the game. Braves up 2, back in 60 on SVI.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Shot missed by Rock Springs Thomas. Rebounded by Star Valley. Braves had the ball up by 2. 3:36 to go in the game.
That's a big miss and a rebound for the Braves.
Horsley has it on the right wing. Hands off to Lancaster. Cooper goes to McClure. On the right post. Turnaround jumper. Bouncing on the rim. No good. But Hodges out of nowhere missed the putback. Now he fights for the rebound, but Rock Springs will have it. Hodges just came sprinting down the lane but couldn't hit the putback. Gobert runs the floor. Gets it to his teammate. Shot no good. There will be a foul called. 3:11 to go in the fourth period. Star Valley still up 56-54, but there's going to be 2 shots again for the Tigers. Cale Anderson to take these.
P.J. Horsley whistled for his second. And to the line here is Cale Anderson. He's 2 for 2 today. The Tigers as a team, 24 of 32 from the free throw line. They have been deadly from the charity stripe.
That first one goes down for Anderson. And that's been the story of the game for Rock Springs. All those free throws, and they are hitting them. That one's no good. Stays a 1-point Star Valley lead, 56-55. Braves down the court. Lancaster hands off to Horsley. Front court. Has the ball tipped. Loose. Picked up by Jenkins. Tries to go up top. Horsley saves it before backcourt. Works to Hodges.
Wow, that's good work by the Braves.
McClure holds it. Hodges double teamed on the post. Spin shot and didn't get the roll. Rebounded by Rock Springs, and then a foul on Jacob. He's frustrated. This has not been the game he was hoping for, and that's going to be 2 shots on the other end.
And he's gone.
Foul problems for Jake.
Well, foul troubles for the Braves. That's foul number 5 for Jacob. Luke Linford has 4. Taft McClure has 4. Cooper Lancaster has 4.
Chance for Rock Springs to retake the lead. They'll have 2 free throws. 2:46 to go in the fourth period. Free throw short. No good. 1 more to come for Dalton Thomas to tie the game.
Dalton Thomas has been awesome from the line today. 7 of 10 coming into that attempt.
Trenton Butcher just subbed in for Rock Springs. 2:46 remaining in the fourth. Here's the second free throw. That one's good. And another tie game. 56-56. Under 3 minutes to go. Horsley across the half-court line. Screen set. Defense picks him up. Wants to drive. Has to pick it up and bounce outside to Johnson. Now Lancaster holds the ball in the front court. Makes a move. Drives the post. Kicks down to Hodges, who back outside. Actually, Jenkins back outside. Loose ball picked up. Cooper has it. And a foul on Rock Springs.
I'm amazed at how this crowd is reacting to some of these foul calls, because it has been interesting.
Sends Cooper Lancaster to the Riverside Dental free throw line in a tie game, 56 all, with 2:21 remaining.
Foul number 3 on David DeBoer. Lancaster's 1 of 2 today. That one's good.
Got the front end of the 1-and-1. That gives Star Valley the lead, 57-56, and 1 more to come.
Braves not bad from the line today. They've had 21 attempts, hit 14 of them.
Free throw away, bouncing, and drops.
Friendly rim.
58-56, now the Braves lead by 2.
Lancaster with 8 points now.
2:18 to go. Intensity continues to build at Rock Springs High. Dribble drive, dish down to Thomas, loses the ball, picks it up, goes for the shot, no good. Rebounded underneath, the putback is no good. Fight for the rebound, Dalton has it, no good again. Johnson has the rebound and he's fouled. 3 misses by the Tigers with offensive boards, and it ends up putting Tayson Johnson to the free throw line on the other end.
Wow, that, as it stands right now, Duke, that is a huge sequence. And the Tigers just had Trenton Butcher foul out. Nobody else has more than 3. Joey Stauffer has 3. DeBoer has 3, and then nobody else has more than 1 after that.
1-and-1 shooting for Tayson, the sophomore. Dribbles at the line, fires away, good. He'll get 1 more with a 3-point lead.
18 points for Tayson off the bench. And we saw this when we were talking about early on, Duke. This was not unusual early on, but Tayson's been a little quiet in Wyoming play, but not tonight. Hits them both.
4-point Star Valley lead, 2 possessions with under 2 minutes to go. 60-56 in Rock Springs. Tiger basketball. Dobert into the right side. Has a screen, drives, defense is there. Kick out, left 3, Anderson, good. Cale Anderson brings the home crowd to their feet on an outside triple. Makes it a 1-point game and a timeout call.
Well, that's Rock Springs' first made 3 of the game. They were 0 for 9. Crowd was waiting for that one.
30-second break, 1:43 remains. 60 for the Braves, 59 for the Tigers on SVI.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
1 minute, 43 seconds remain in this game. A huge three from Cale Anderson pulls Rock Springs back to within one. 60-59, Star Valley on top with the ball. Some backcourt pressure, backs off now to the half-court line as Horsley comes across mid-floor. Works it to the left side, finds Jenkins in the corner, dribbles, tries to dish down to Horsley, ball tipped and stolen. Tigers with the ball, on the run. They work it down the floor, shot is up and no good, but the rebound and the putback is missed again. Another rebound, but it's knocked loose and picked up by Lancaster. Cooper across the sideline, works it into the front court, to the rim on the other side. No good, but Jenkins rebounds. Dribble, kick out. Horsley no shot. He has it on the outside, and now we'll step back and burn clock, and a timeout call by Coach. No timeout. Was there a foul?
They're calling Croy Jenkins. Is that a whistle from the play? If it was about 4 seconds late.
I thought it was a... Well, they're not shooting, so it had to be offensive, which means yes.
Yeah, must have been.
It had to be from that play on the rebound.
Wow.
So it goes back to the Tigers. 1:08 to go in the game. Star Valley trapping on the inbound play. They're able to bounce pass out of it, able to find Newman. He dribbles across the half-court line, and Newman goes down, and he saves the ball. Is that a timeout? Did they call a timeout to keep possession? Yes, they do. That's what happened. So Coach Rosette thought maybe a travel was going to occur, and he calls the timeout. 60-second variety. We'll just take a 30-second break here. Braves by one with less than a minute to go. Live from Rock Springs High on the SVI Sports Network.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Coming back after the Rock Springs timeout, it will be Tiger basketball. 58.2 seconds remains on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Fourth period. Braves lead by 60-59. Luke Linford subs in back into the game during the break. He'll come out with McClure, Jenkins, Lancaster, and Horsley. No, Jenkins is out. Johnson is in.
Linford, McClure, and Lancaster all have 4 fouls.
Inbound play to the outside. Back to Anderson. Holds it low, now takes a few dribbles, clock down to 50. Almost lost the dribble, picked it back up, passes over to Newman. Newman has it with 45 seconds remaining. 1 point lead for Star Valley. Rock Springs working around the outside offensively. A jab step as the clock hits 38 seconds. Pass back up top to Anderson. Braves, of course, not fouling. And Rock Springs content to let time tick. Now they drive in, shoulder down, shot is up, no good. Ball loose on the rebound. It's going to be scrum at the sideline. Loose, picked up by Star Valley. Horsley comes out with it. 18 seconds and Rock Springs has to foul. 60-59 still the score. Or was there another timeout called? I think Coach Swab calls a timeout to make sure he retains possession. So no foul. As Rock Springs staff will now get an explanation from the officials.
Well, you had a no call down there. Newman, I thought could have been called for an offensive foul, but certainly the way this game's gone, you could have seen a blocking foul either. The officials opted to say no foul, and then it turned into a fracas.
18 seconds, 18.8. There's been some just wild stuff going this game.
This has been a nutty game for sure.
Of course, the intensity building. It was a timeout called by Coach Swab of Star Valley, so the Braves will have the ball. He calls that to make sure he keeps possession. Doesn't get a 10-second call or anything like that. And so Rock Springs will be on defense. Both teams in the double bonus. And the Braves up by 1.
This goes to show you how close these games can be. Now, Duke, remember, I said it was going to be a close one. Didn't I say that in the pregame?
I agree with you, too. Yes.
But you look how close this is. 18 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. And you just think of all the different plays that are worth a point in this game. I mean, it just is mind-boggling how close this game has been all across the board.
Well, neither team is led by more than 5, and I think that was the first half. In the second half, I don't think anyone's led by more than 4.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
60-59 right now. Star Valley with the ball, and they're going to inbound in the backcourt right in front of the student section. Is Cooper Lancaster triggering it in. Goes to Horsley, and he's immediately fouled to stop the clock at 17.9. That will put P.J. Horsley to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 shots in a 1-point game.
And here's why sports is fantastic. There's been 60 free throw attempts in this game, Duke. None of them by P.J. Horsley.
And he gets the big ones down the stretch. He can't make it a 2-possession game. Hitting both free throws keeps it a 3-point game, but here's the front end of 2. No good. The crowd thought it was 1-1. It was definitely double bonus. And the official, double bonus.
She's like, I told you it was 2.
So P.J. Horsley back to the line. The first one missed. This to make it a 2-point game. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Rock Springs. Tigers have it. Clock down to 15. Ball stolen by Johnson. Braves have it. Lancaster on the outside, and he's fouled. Johnson gets the steal after the Tigers get the rebound, and the sophomore having a game.
Here's
one of the biggest plays of the game.
Here's the crazy thing about Tayson Johnson. Let's look at it again here on the replay. Oh, absolutely huge play. In the JV game, which the Braves pulled out, Duke, he had a couple of dunks, but he also hit the ground hard on a couple of dunk attempts. This has been quite a day for Tayson Johnson.
What a defensive play for the sophomore. Now back to the line is Cooper Lancaster, the freshman. No good on the front end of 2. So he'll get one more.
And talk about a time the Braves both teams had shot so well from the free throw line. Talk about a time to miss 3 straight.
Lancaster gets one more to make it a 2-point game. Fires, no good. Rebounded by Rock Springs. Now they'll have it with 8 seconds. Tigers at half court. 6 seconds and 5. Star Valley double teaming in the front court. 2 seconds. Drive. Shot at the buzzer. Yes!
Wait, no, we got a call.
There's a foul before the shot. The clock is stopped at 2 seconds. The shot doesn't count. It would have been a game winner at the buzzer with a layup, but it doesn't count. It's a foul on Rock Springs, and Star Valley will inbound.
Whoa.
Star Valley will inbound with 2 seconds. Cooper Lancaster goes to Horsley. He's fouled with 0.5 to go.
Do we have this replay?
You got that, Sage?
Because I'll be honest, I
missed the foul myself.
The crowd got excited and jumped up, and we kind of were looking at it too.
Here it is. I don't know what the call is. I don't know where it is.
It had to be away from the basketball
because it wasn't
on Newman.
Horsley back to the line. Shot is no good.
My goodness.
And the Braves cannot close the door. Still 1 second remains.
So the Braves had shot almost 75% on the game. They've missed 5 straight.
Horsley again, no good. Rebound. Full quarter is short, and Star Valley will win it. Holy moly. Final score, Braves 60. Star Valley Braves 60, Rock Springs Tigers 59. Drama clear to the last half second. Star Valley pulls off a 1-point road win against the Rock Springs Tigers.
That is one of the more wild games I've ever covered, dude.
I thought it was over. I thought it was a buzzer beater layup. I thought it was done.
Well, it was, but the whistle was blown while he was still driving to the hoop. But still, even on the replay, dude, it had to be a foul away from the basketball. We might have to see if we can pull that up again and see if we can see what the officials saw. But in a game with a lot of fouls in it, that's basically what was one of the big parts of the end of the game was another foul call.
So here's that last foul.
Yeah, there's the...
We'll have to get an explanation because I don't see
who blew it.
You seen it, Sage? I don't see anyone even around the Rock Springs player except.
Well, I'm saying it's got to be away from the ball.
Yeah. But it was against Rock Springs, and I just.
Yeah.
Unless maybe there was a technical somewhere. Was there something on the bench?
Well, if it was a technical, he'd have shot.
That's true. That's true.
That's a wild finish.
What a way to end. We of course, we don't get any explanation, and we don't see, of course, benefit from. We're not Fox. We don't have the official in the booth with us, but
okay.
Yeah. Now someone's out there.
Well, I got someone who is an official.
Okay.
One of my minions says he hooked the defender with his elbow.
So they are calling it on the ball on the dribbler.
Okay,
is what they're calling. All right.
Okay.
What a call, because
hey, we're not
that was a game winner that was taken off the board. What a finish. 60-59 your final. Star Valley wins this one against the Rock Springs Tigers in an instant classic. No team led by more than 5 points throughout the entire game. And it was just one of those games where whoever gets the lucky hand at the end could win it. 60-59 Braves win. Silver Star Communications post-game show coming your way right now, delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Learn how at silverstar.com. So they say the defender or the ball handler hooked, and that's where the foul came in. That took the points off the board.
Wow.
And the Braves win 60-59. Now, if we could dig into that score by the numbers a little bit, here's your Battleson Brothers post-game battle stats.
Well, let's look at it first for the Tigers. 59 points, 26 of them came from the line. Both teams went to the line a lot today. Dalton Thomas led the way for Rock Springs. He had 12 points. He was 8 of 12 from the line. Javon Newman had 9. Cale Anderson had 8. Trenton Butcher had 8 before he fouled out. 6 for Sam Lionberger. 7 for David DeBoer. 4 apiece for Joey Stauffer and Owen Patterson, and 1 for Noah Widener. The Tigers hit 1 3-point basket, and that was late to draw them to within 1. It was 60-56, and their final basket made was that 3-pointer from Cale Anderson. They go 1 of 10 from the 3-point line. The Braves win the rebounding battle by 5, and then you can see the free throw percentage. The Tigers 26 of 36 today from the line. The Braves went to the line 30 times themselves. They were shooting 75% from the line for the vast majority of the game, Duke. The Braves missed their final 6 free throws to leave that door wide open with a burglar looking right through the window. The Braves extremely fortunate to come out with this one, but just a monster game off the bench for Tayson Johnson. 19 points for the sophomore, and we'll continue here in just a few minutes. Coach Schwab is up here to talk about the game.
We'll hand it over to Coach Schwab as we wrap up your battle stats presented by Battleson Brothers. Carpet One, floor and home, quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring. Coach Schwab is up here. And Coach, I'm surprised you had the breath to make it up the stairs up here to talk to us today. Holy cow, what's going on? I don't have a question. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, more than anything, I'm proud of our guys. All we talked about from yesterday was toughness. And I told them, if you get beat on D, you're sitting by me. And you know what? I thought that the fact that I had so many guys in foul trouble told me they were willing to get out there and work. Because the message going around is our guys are soft and they like the three-point line. I said, you got to prove everybody wrong. And I think they did it.
Well, big win. Of course, we mentioned throughout the broadcast the points off the bench. Huge for you guys today. It's been a while since we've seen Tayson hit double figures. He blew right past that. But even more than that, he had the steal at the end of the game down on the baseline, which used for the Braves. And, man, your bench play came up big tonight.
He did. They did, all of them. It's one thing I was super excited about is, the minutes from the guys on the bench was phenomenal. And we had to rely on them. And I had the plan to be going to them initially anyway, but the game forced our hand regardless. And I'm glad Tayson started to find his stride again. We know a lot of teams are keying in that if we dribble in the key, they're going to swarm it. And they started to handle that pressure much better today.
Coach Schwab, after this exciting win in Rock Springs, so you have the close loss last night, you get the close loss today. As you head back to Southwest play next week, what's kind of going through your mind after this weekend?
More than anything this weekend, it's a matter of just playing our ball, honestly. More than anything, we got to focus on Jackson next week because they're coming off 2 big losses, and I know that they're looking to double down and really come, punch us in the mouth again, and we have to be the aggressor. toughness and aggression. That's the name of our game, regardless. No matter if it's on defense or offense, our guys have too much athletic ability and what I always say, the God-given ability of being able to be as long and athletic and ball handling. We have got to utilize those strengths and finish strong at the rim. The three ball will come in the flow of the offense, but as long as every time we force it, we get in trouble, right? And I think our first half we started to force it a little bit, and then we just kind of let the game come to us.
Now, you won, so we can joke about this. Speaking of the three ball, I think you owe Cooper a candy bar or something.
Man, you know, I feel bad. I was calling the timeout way before that, but nobody could hear my voice down there. And then as soon as he goes to shoot it, I went, never mind. They said, too late.
Yeah, you got it. Well, Coach, congrats on the big win. We'll catch up with you next week against Jackson.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
That's Coach Schwab and our Silver Star postgame coverage. Again, find them online at silverstar.com. Delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Braves win 60-59 on a foul at the end of the game as Javon Newman was trying to drive in, and officials say he hooked his arm around a defender. Foul comes in, Braves win it by 1 point. Now, how about your your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game?
Well, I'm going to go with Tayson Johnson. It would have been Taft McClure. Taft had a good game. He carried the Braves early on. He had 13 and 9, just wrapping up some of these numbers from the post game that we didn't get to. Cooper Lancaster, 8 off the bench. Zane Hedges with the basket. Croy Jenkins with 6 and 6. Tristan Hilton, PJ Horsley, Luke Linford, all with 2 points apiece. Jacob Hodges with 6 before he fouled out. But yeah, Tayson Johnson comes in the third and fourth quarter and puts in 19 points and 3 steals, 7 of 9 from the line. And without him, the Braves don't win this game. So yeah, Tayson Johnson, the sophomore today, the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations to Tayson, and thank you to Star Valley Skidoo, located in Thane. That will do it for us today. Thank you for joining us on a great game from Rock Springs High, where the Braves beat the Tigers in Rock Springs tonight, 60-59. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson and a fantastic sports crew here on SVI. We'll catch up with you next Friday from Afton between the Braves and the Bronx. Have a great night.